Hey guys, want to introduce you to the new twin fin that we're releasing. We're really excited about this board. This board's got a bit of history behind it. It came about because Vissla asked me to be in their Cosmic Creek contest, the creators and innovators section, which is where shapers shape themselves sort of retro inspired boards and then ride them in the contest. So I wanted to do a twin fin. I really like twin fins. I love the way they feel. I used to ride our old MTFs, Merrick twin fins, quite a bit that my dad used to make. And so I wanted to do something along those lines. And then I remembered that a friend of mine sometime before had found this board at a garage sale, which was an incredible find because it's in great shape. And it turns out to be my dad's personal board that he shaped for himself in about 1980. And he shaped this after Sean Thompson came to Santa Barbara and showed my dad one of his MR twin fins. And obviously my dad was frothing on that thing, and it was just kind of coming out of the single fin era. And so my dad got super into twin fins, used to make a bunch for Tom Curran, a bunch for Sean, and this was his personal one. So I was inspired by this board, and I was especially inspired by the outline of this board. I wanted to update the rocker and the rails and the foil and stuff, but I love the outline. So I just took a template off of it and put that on a raw blank and did a hand shape. And that is turned into this board. So no matter what size we're making these now, they will reflect this template right here, which I'm sure was reflective of that first MR board that Sean brought to my dad. So there's kind of some deep history to this board. I updated the rails. They were pretty big and bulky, you know, back in the early 80s. So this is a bit more of a sensitive rail. It's a bit of a down rail. Twin fins have a lot of volume, so you want the rails to be a bit more sensitive. So it's going to feel thinner than even your short board or your normal step down sort of board. I updated the rocker. The rockers just fell differently back then. They fell from a different place. They kind of had a lot of curve forward, and sometimes that was a bit pushy and made the board a bit squirrely. So this has a more modern rocker with a low entry through the front, and then a real straight section right here, which is the engine of the board. This is what we call the engine of the board. This is where you generate most of your speed, is through this section. So it's real flat right here. So the board is incredibly fast. And then it falls. It's got more tail rocker to it than I think your normal twin fin would have. Quite a bit of release. And so it falls and creates V, because the centerline rocker remains fairly straight through here. And then there's concave within that V. So it's just created a really positive twin fin feel. It's a twin fin. It's not going to feel like your thruster or your quad or anything else. But I love the way twin fins feel. There's a freedom to them. There's a looseness. There's a squirt and a unique sort of speed that they get. You approach them differently. You're going to surf it differently and turn differently. But that's one of the fun things about surfboards, is figuring that out and how that works. We've dialed in the fins for this board. So it's got our Merrick twin fin template that'll come with the board. And then we've also supplied a trailer with the board. And we created that trailer at the factory, hand shaped it, hand foiled it. So those will come with the board. I would try it first as just a normal twin fin without the trailer. That's kind of the purest twin fin feel. But then if that's a little too squirrely for you, or you're riding it in a little bigger waves, then you could put the trailer in and it will stiffen it up just a bit, make it a bit more solid through the turns and give you a bit more versatility. So super frothing on this board. People have been stoked on it. This is Dane's personal one right here. Dane's been riding them. I just finished this one for Dane. And Dane rides them as a 5'9". His normal short boards are 6'0", 5'11", in that range. So a couple inches shorter. You're going to want to go 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch wider, and maybe 1/8 of an inch thicker. So that's it. That's the new CI twin fin, and hope you enjoy it. Have fun.